Yo, what is up YouTube? It's Candyman here, and today I have a Ground War game of Domination, Ground War on Wasteland, and that's really not talking about the gameplay. You don't need to watch this gameplay. It's not my gameplay anyway, so I'll link the guy's channel in the description if you want to go check him out. It's your standard YouTube noob, you really don't need to watch it. So just minimize this, and go check your Facebook, go check out some pictures, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so just do that. Just don't even bother watching the gameplay. So anyway, today's topic is teachers, school, and emotional breakdowns. So I guess you can kind of tell where this is heading. Um, yeah. So last year, it was June. I don't remember the exact date, but it was sometime in June, and it was final exam time, of course, as we all know. Great, the dreaded final exam time. And that day, our science teacher, we had a final exam in, I think it was social studies, but we had to take it in the science room, because each class took it in a different room, so I think we ended up taking it in our science teacher's room, so I think it was social studies. But anyway, my friend Tristan, who is the class clown, still is, just wanted to stress that, was really getting the teacher mad that day. Because we had a lab exam that morning, and he was not thrilling the teacher with his. He was talking, so during the exam, so he got a 0 on the exam. So then our science teacher was already mad at him, and then we go to take our social studies or global exam, I should say, right before we leave for home. So the teacher is just mad that day. I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. I think something happened at home or something. And I figured, oh, well, just stay away from him. But anyway, so Tristan continued to call out our teacher, and eventually our teacher just had it, and he was yelling at him and screaming and yelling, and he just sent him on the hallway for the first half of the exam. So not only did he not get to complete his lab exam, but also the teacher wouldn't let him do the first 40 minutes of his exam, which was way wrong, and it just was really wrong of him. So anyway, somebody said, "Well, shouldn't we let Tristan back in the like 20 minutes later? Well, shouldn't we let Tristan back in the room so we can take his exam?" And he's yelling and screaming and saying, "Oh, how he doesn't deserve to pass and how he's just gonna pass him so he doesn't have to deal with him anymore." And he's yelling and carrying on. So 20 minutes later, he finally goes and gets Tristan from the in-school detention room, which is where bad students get sent during exams. And so anyway, Tristan gets sent back to the room, and he's already on the teacher's bad side. So then, like less than 5 minutes later, Tristan turns around and asks another student for a pencil. And our science teacher wasn't thrilled about hearing him talk, so what do you think he did? He yelled and screamed and carried on. And by the way, my friend Paul, who is a pretty good friend of mine, he said he could hear the Mr. Science teacher person. I don't want to say his name for privacy reasons, and I don't want the poor man being harassed or something. Somehow from people that go to my school that were watching my video. But anyway, so yeah, so our science teacher just not very happy, yelling, and then so basically he gives Tristan a 0 on the exam and says, "Tristan, pick up your exam, pick up your pencil," and Tristan does, and then our science teacher, God, I keep almost saying his name, he takes his desk, picks it up, and throws it against the classroom wall. He almost decked a kid in the face with the desk. So, and then he was just screaming and yelling. Really? It was just terrible. And the funny part about it is, no one took any action. No one from the school disciplined the teacher at all. No one even got mad at him. Which is really shocking considering we told most of the teachers what had happened. So, basically, no one from the school ever disciplined the guy. And Tristan was back, and he still is a class clown. But, so, yeah. Thanks for listening to my story about my teacher's emotional breakdown during a final exam. and comment, rate, and subscribe if you would like to have some free cookies. Yeah, peace.